Hey, Channel Surfers, welcome to Remote Reality. This is Lauren.
And this is Dee.
And this is Sister Wives, Season 20, Episode 4, You Need to Shut Up. It was said sarcastically by Christine. I don't think she really means all the things she's saying about Janelle. I think she doesn't understand what the allure of North Carolina is.
Well, we could sit and tell her what we think about the Carolinas all day long. It's a beautiful place.
Come join us. It's great here. So, another exciting episode of Sister Wives where, as my husband would say, all they ever do is move. We get some of that. We get some of the same storyline that we've had for the first 3 episodes. Let's settle in. Come on, Channel Surfers. Let's watch.
Remote reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With a host, side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
So we start this episode in Parowan at Mary's, but then she takes a little walk to her friend's bike shop. I didn't know Jenn had a bike shop.
I didn't either. Her and her husband have a bicycle shop.
Bicycle shop. It's not even like a cool motorcycle shop. This is where you have the little pedal bicycles, and it's the most hopping place in Little Parowan, despite the fact that nobody is there except for Jenn and Meri.
I had to laugh when she said it was the most hopping place in Parowan because, like, is there nothing to do there? I mean, I get a bicycle shop here at the beach or in Charleston because people rent them and there's a lot of use out of them. This place is like, what, Amish country or something if the bicycle shop is hopping?
They're just so hilarious and know how to have so much fun. I cannot keep up with Jenn and Meri. Do you think they're like selling drugs out of this? Is this a front?
That's what I was wondering.
How is this fun? The 3 of them are sitting in there. They are the only people in there. How many people are buying bicycles?
I can't imagine that many. I mean, if you stop and think about it, I mean, even little kids anymore aren't out on bikes that often because they're on video games more.
Brick and mortar stores are going down too.
Yeah.
I got my bike on Amazon. So I just really wonder how profitable this is. Maybe if they're fixing bikes, and there's some expensive bikes out there. I mean, people can have these like $1,000 bikes. And it is, I guess, a more mountainous area. So maybe mountain biking is big, but I just don't get it.
I don't get it. I'm with you. I think the store's a front for something.
Verbal affirmation. Yeah. Or whatever it is. Whatever. We've touched on that. We don't care. This is just a lead up for how many guys Meri's dating. She's just a hussy right now. She got like 6 guys on the line and it's not working out well. The apps, she doesn't know if it's the apps that are stupid or the guys that are stupid. She doesn't even take into account that it might be her that's stupid. Jenn thinks it's a little of both. Not her, but the guys in the app.
Well, we did see her showing the picture of the guy with the apron on that said kiss the
Cock.
I'm assuming it says cock because
Definitely said
it's
cock.
like blurred out and Jen's like, that doesn't say cook.
No, but Jenn says, oh, like his profile, which, okay, this guy is looking for a blowjob, is my impression. If you're on a dating app and it says kiss my cock, what do you think?
If you're going to use that as your profile picture, you are not looking for a serious relationship.
Yeah. I don't know if this is the guy for Meri. So as far as dating, Meri has clutched on to what Jenn has told her. She was used to dating with the intent to marry in the past, which meant after a few months, you get married and you're not dating unless it's headed in that direction. So she's got to get out of that frame of mind. Jenn is like, you're not a hussy. This is how dating is. And I remember somebody told me before I was married, like, if you're not engaged, then you're still on the table. Make them work for it. They briefly touch on Ron, like super briefly. We're not going to touch on it because we covered all of that in the first 2 episodes. Every episode, they're showing us that Ron's love language is. So everybody has a different view on the dating apps. Christine, she says that it's basically just swingers and open marriages, and she's done with the open stuff.
I was like, Christine, I think maybe you're on the wrong app. Like maybe she got on a swingers app or something and didn't realize she was on a swingers app.
I have no idea. I've never been on apps, but that would not surprise me if
I'm sure
was
that
like Oopsie Daisy.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something like that out there. I'm sure maybe she just mixed up the dating app with the swinger app, or people looking for a throuple or something like that. I have a feeling Christine was on the wrong place.
Christine's all like, oh yeah, let's get on this grinder, see what it's all about. Janelle is like, hell no. So how could Janelle meet a guy? How's she going to meet a guy not being on the app?
I'm thinking with them getting this property, maybe a construction worker, someone who comes out to the land to build or an excavator.
I'm going to nail that. I can hammer it in. Maybe
Yeah.
a farmer, and she can ask him to feel her melons and see if they're firm and juicy.
Maybe she's on the wrong show. I think maybe she needs to jump over to 90 Day and get her a plumber.
But yeah, somebody to clean her pipes.
Yeah.
Or go to Home Depot or Lowe's, tell them that she's looking for a screw. Actually, my mom did that once. She went to a hardware store and she was really looking for a screw, and she said it to the guys there, and they started laughing, and it took her a minute. She was super embarrassed. I don't think Mama C ever went back to that place.
It reminds me of this one time that me and my husband, he was working away, so he would call me a lot of times on his lunch, and his mom had come down, and I had taken her to Five Guys for burgers. So he called me on the phone, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm eating Five Guys." And he's like, "I hope the hell not." I was
Janelle, check out the burger place.
Go to Five Guys.
Maybe Maddie has a person from church to set her up with too,
Oh,
just like
yeah,
she's
that
going to
would-
do with Paedon.
Yeah.
So I guess there's lots of options out there. Janelle, she's going to figure this out. Robin, they're still in that poly mindset. They're saying, how do you get to know someone on an app? Well, Kody, did you really get to know the first 3 wives when you had dated them for like 2 months and then married them?
Good point.
It just, good thing they're not on the dating apps. But of course, they'd be on the ones that Christine found, whichever is open relationship, looking for that perfect one. Now, Jenn, she says, if you are going 15 to 20 years older, then that's a cougar, and I will help you. That's not a cougar. Sorry. What is it called when it's a woman?
Yeah, it's a cougar.
That's if it's younger.
Yeah, if she's dating someone that's 10 to 15 years younger than her, makes her a cougar.
We said 10 was fine, but 15 to 20, then she was going to do an intervention.
Right. And then
How
she
does
said,
that intervention look? Do they have like a therapist come in and sit down with a big sign, "We love you, don't do this"?
I don't know. If they're 15 years younger, my attitude's probably going to be like, "Atta girl, you go,
Yeah, that's
you go, girl."
39. That's so horrible. And then 15 to 20 years older, she said she would help. Jen would help Meri plan a funeral. She should have also told her to make sure the guy is rich, and she'll also help with the will preparation. And then Meri says that it is important that a guy knows what to do with his hair. It's curly and blah, and they both laugh. What is so funny about curly and blah? Okay, yes, you're making a reference to Kody, but it's not even funny. Just like this bike shop is not even fun. Are they drunk? Maybe this is a drug front. They are just stoned out of their minds, and everything is funny. They're eating cosmic brownies because this shit ain't funny when you're sober.
Do you know, is it a legal state for marijuana or
No,
not?
probably not. It's probably like us or it's criminal. I guess. It wasn't important last time that a guy knew what to do with his hair. So I guess our standards are raised a little bit. So we get to the really exciting part of the episode, basically what characterizes sister wives. It is all about moving. And Kody and his brother, they are packing things up. Robin's also there. Are these people in middle school? I know that Kody said his brother is a generation younger, but they're acting like 15-year-old boys.
Yeah, they have some kind of moving noodles or something, and they're beating each other with the moving noodles or the.
Yeah, they're like sword fighting with their floppy noodles. No shock there.
And then they spend a ridiculous amount of time, I think, talking about how bad Kody smells and his pheromones.
Their body odor. This is like, did you not put on deodorant? Am I smelling you at the locker beside me? And on top of that, Kody thinks this is how you flirt. You flirt with your nasty smell. Robin, she won't go for that. No can do. I can't go for that. Okay. Hall & Oates. It definitely reminded me of Hall & Oates. Yeah, she isn't even buying it, and he's still sitting there trying to rub his stink all over her.
It just shows you how little he knows. What person in their right mind thinks that how being smelly and stinky is attractive?
This is how he's trying to inject the romance back too, because he says, "Oh, it's been, all business, and we've just been so busy with everything, so nothing like talking about my body stink to really reel her in." I bet he smells like fish. I bet he smells like a salmon rotting on the side of Coyote Pass. Robin, I feel bad for her in this moment. This is why she does not want monogamy. She can maybe take this a fifth of the time. I couldn't even do a fifth of the time. I could do a fifth of vodka to maybe try to get me through it. This is wild. Robin's having to get comfortable with it, though. She's not used to flirting, so she's going to try to deter this. She doesn't want to get comfortable with flirting. She says she's just not going to pay any attention to him when he's acting this way. And you see her, she's walking around ignoring him. It's like, he's a ghost. He's not even there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not going to be happy, though, he said, until they can be out in public in the mall and she can smack that ass.
What the heck? Nobody wants to see this. Gag me with a spoon. I do not want to see Robin touching Cody's ass at all.
Do you think she's even doing it in private, though? I mean, like, even seriously. Like, I think he's got some pretty high goals if he wants it out in public, because I don't even think she's smacking that ass in private.
Oh, my God. I hope she has hand sanitizer if she is. Now I'm thinking, is she doing that? I hope not. I hope not, because if there's body odor, imagine what his ass smells like on her hands. Ugh. He's come to North Carolina, like everybody else in the Brown family, except Christine, who will never move here because she just does not get the charm.
Doggone it, Christine.
We want you here. Welcome to the Carolinas, baby. Come on over. I think Paedon is coming over for the girls. He wants those Southern girls that Maddie is pimping out from her church. She's just like, hey, I got some Southern ladies from church. Do you think they even know that they are getting pimped out to her brother?
Probably not. They're clueless.
It doesn't matter. Whatever you say, Christine, is not going to matter. It does not matter how great that chicken pot pie is that you made for your baby boy. He is going to the coast, the East Coast, to get him some ladies. Now, he's not sure if he's going to join the guard.
Garrison and him had joined together right before Garrison had passed away.
It was his best friend. They were frickin' frack, and I think they had joined before, but Garrison had applied to be in the guard for Arizona and just got accepted. Because remember at the funeral, he was like giving him his dog chains and everything. So I think they might have been like maybe in the Army, but they were joining the reserves. So he's not sure. One of the reasons he wants to go to North Carolina, though, I mean, this is going to be like his good reason to his mom, not, hey, mom, I'm going to get some pussy. It's, hey, mom, like, I want to be near Janelle. I want to be closer to Garrison's sister, to Maddie and her kids. So that's his official reason. And then we just kind of drop in the ladies.
Those Southern girls are just a bonus.
So back to Meri's weird dating rules. I don't know. Are these rules, I wonder, part of her polygamy background? Just give up the rules, Meri. Just give them up.
Whatever they are, I'm sure the guys have no clue that there's rules they're supposed to be following. Because she said that if they like her and she likes them back, then it's up to them to message her first.
Think of the people she's missing out on. And the confusion, just be yourself. Look, if they like you, leave the rules at the door. If they like you, then they like you. If they don't, then they don't. If you're playing a game, then are they really getting to know you, or are they just getting to know some weird game you made up?
Yeah, I don't even know what kind of process of elimination that gives her. Her philosophy is completely backwards. Like, what if the guy is thinking, okay, she liked me, and he's waiting on her to message him? You know, just do it. Just do it.
What if he needs a little reassurance? Just go for it. I mean, look. So what if you sit there and you're messaging a guy all the time and he doesn't like you? It's not like you haven't been there before. You did the same thing with Kody. He was basically telling you to go away for years and you were still there liking him. So just go for it. It's fine. You've been there before.
Yeah.
And speaking of Kody, even though he's not perfect, she says there's still goodness in him. And then she says there's something he's trying to cover up. What is Kody trying to cover up? Why did we edit that part out?
What is the dish, Meri? What is the dish?
I want the dish. I want the whole deep dish pizza with all the sauce and cheese. She's not going to give it to us. She's just going to give us word salad. But she thinks there's something he's trying to hide.
Yeah.
What is it? I want to know what it is.
I do too. She's definitely hinting at it. Like, she wants to put it out there. You know those friends. We've all had them, that give you just a little bit, but then they're like, I can't say nothing.
But she does this all the time. She's like, oh, join my worthy up. It's going to be amazing. And nobody even knows what it is. And she's sitting here in this episode trying to push it. She has her worthy up sweatshirt on. And then at the end of this, she's talking about, oh, well, it's a privilege to be in my space. It's not for anybody. You're right. You have to pay a certain amount of money to be her friend. And then you're worthy to be in her space. That's all it takes. Just a worthy up membership. So yeah. Kody's trying to hide something, but Meri, you know what she's not trying to hide? Her bitch BFF, Jenn. In fact, she just wants to put it all out there. What do you think of her telling Jenn it's okay for her to threaten her dates and let them know if they hurt her, like, regardless of how irrational Meri might be, we don't even have to, investigate why she's hurt. But if you hurt her, Jenn will make you pay for life. What do you think? I mean, is she making Kody pay for life?
I don't think she's doing anything to Kody. Like, she should be stalking him. Like, she should be putting posts daily on TikTok if she was making him miserable, or Facebook. I mean, just completely trashing him, making his life miserable, and she's not doing any of that.
And this man hurt your best friend for decades. Make him pay. We want to see you. We want to see you break some legs. We want to see you get out there and say, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. We want to see you with a baseball bat. Jenn, make it work. Make it hurt. So we see Christine and David coming out of the house, and Christine says something under her breath about how it said Christine Brown. Oh, I've changed my name so much. And David says he wants to change his name to Muerte.
Yeah, she said that's his nickname.
That's his nickname, which she doesn't understand. That means death, which I knew, like Dios de los Muertes, which is coming up, Day of the Dead. It's going to be on the 1st of November, but she thinks he doesn't know what it means. Do you think he knows what it means? Is that a joke on him being old?
Maybe. I don't think he knew what it meant. I think he thought it just sounded cool.
I think he knows what it means.
You think
I
so?
think David is just fucking with people. Yes, because he knows once you figure it out, then it's going to be like, what the dude.
It's a great Halloween name.
Muerte. So Christine telling her husband how she feels like a bad mom because Janelle is talking about how she's going to have all the grandkids there, and you know what? In her head, she's thinking, Janelle, you just need to shut up, which is where the episode comes from. She didn't say it out loud. It wasn't a very nice thought, Christine, though. Not a very positive thought. Be happy that your former sister wife, is enjoying the children.
Oh.
She worked growing up. At least she gets to enjoy them now and the grandkids.
I think she said it kind of like jokingly or sarcastically in her head. And I was like, I think that's nice, because I would have been like, shut the fuck up. So it was nice.
Yeah, but if you say shut the fuck up, Dee, it's like an endearment. Nobody.
I know it is.
Like,
Whatever.
Dee told me to shut that. So cute.
I know. I'm always like, shut the fuck up. Get out of here.
So there does seem to be some rifts in this relationship, though. I don't like this. Now that Janelle is all the way over in North Carolina, this Christine and Janelle duo, they're starting to pull apart. They've got space between them, not just geographical, but they're running a business together, which is probably that MLM where they sell the pink drink or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? They're
Not really
pushing it on their Instagram. Anyway, I don't know.
I don't really do much with my Instagram. I hardly ever get on my Instagram.
Me neither. But yeah, so they, I don't know. They are splitting up the business. Christine wants more control over it. And Janelle, she just wants to go make Christmas trees out in, somewhere in the middle of North Carolina. She just wants to plant stuff. She wants to start a weed farm. I see what's happening here.
You're on the weed today.
Yeah, I wish I was. This is a heck of a Monday. Dee, if Dee ever tells you to do affirmations, I swear, do not do it. It is now 6 o'clock. We have been busy with legal work on and off. And then on top of that, my internet is going in and out. My recording studio app still is not working. Like the day I signed up for the annual plan, it's still not working. So we're doing this like an entirely different way than we normally do. Hopefully we'll be back up because the editing is going to suck this way. But anyway, so you guys are getting it all. You guys are getting the whole thing, the whole hot dog, every single little bit of nastiness in it. That's what's coming out of Channel Surfers.
Unfiltered.
The unfiltered. We love you. Oh, yeah. I don't like seeing them kind of spread out. I want them to be close. But you're not going to get Christine to North Carolina. I don't care how many of our kids move there. She's always wanted to be back in Utah. So
yeah,
she is where she is. Now, Kody, we're getting to their last day of packing. The garbage is full, so they've got to haul stuff now. That's how much shit they have in their house that they don't even use that they're throwing away.
That's not including what I personally think is the shit they're taking with them, because I hate their style. I hate their style.
More specifically?
Oh, just some of those paintings in particular and the figurines and stuff. I'm like, what? Like when I collect things, it's there's usually a theme to it.
Like what? What do you collect?
Well, I used to collect salt and pepper shakers, but I wanted like antique or vintage ones only, or like really cutesy ones or something like that. But there was still a theme. It was salt and pepper shakers. It was a specific era or time, something like that. And this just looks like a collection of what the fuck.
No, I don't think they're throwing away the collection of what the fuck. I think they are throwing away like Amazon boxes that have just been.
Oh, I know. I know.
Pack rats. they're throwing away like garbage that they haven't tossed out yet. But, we're moving. Time to throw out the garbage.
Right. But I'm saying I would be throwing that stuff out too. I would not be moving it with me into the new house. That's just me. My personal taste is not their crap.
I'm surprised they didn't get like a pod and go store this stuff in a storage unit for
Mhm.
$500 a month.
To probably create like a gallery room or gallery rooms, whatever they're called, just hang all of the stuff on one wall and have little benches in the middle where you can just kind of sit and contemplate what the hell that painting is supposed to mean.
They're not sitting there you think they've gotten the thoughts in their head to contemplate what this means?
I was just being the smart ass.
And also, I don't think they can afford a house big enough to put all of their paintings up and display them. I think they maxed it out to like, oh, we can get this much in there. In fact, truly, you're going to have to share a guest room because the other rooms are going to be used for our crappy art. But yeah, you are giving them way more credit than me. Cody's brother, Michael, is not feeling the polygamy. It wasn't just Kody, though. He tells us it's not just Kody's failure that is the reason he's not into this. Why make life more difficult than it already is? And then Kody talks about how this house is just full of bad memories. The memories, though, they don't seem to be focused around his kids leaving or his wives leaving, except to the extent that it makes them look bad, that it makes him look like a failure. Like, that's what he keeps harping on is them leaving me made me look like a failure, made me look like I couldn't do polygamy. It's a reflection of him. It's not the loss of these people. It's that the loss of these people make him look bad.
Yeah, his street cred. He's losing his street cred in the polygamy community or something. I don't know. I never thought he was doing that good a job of it in the first place.
He thought he had us fooled. And this is just like narcissism. If it doesn't make me look good, that's what makes me sad. It's not that I don't get to see my kids. If this was about his kids and his family, he would have gone and said goodbye to McKelty. It's not about that. It's about this is where he looked like a failure because Christine left. And he said 15 years ago, Christine told me that she did not like polygamy. So you know what his problem solving was for this?
What?
It's to ignore it. To ignore it.
Yeah.
That is how he solved the problem. It was, I don't want this to be a part of my life, so we're just not going to talk about it, and you can deal with it. It was nothing that he needed to deal with. And then he gets mad that she leaves because it makes him look bad. And then he's sitting there saying, look, you've moved on. You're happy. You just need to leave me alone. I see that that's hypocritical because I'm happy with Robin, and I'm not leaving it alone either. The whole point behind this is stop talking shit about me, Christine. That's all it is. She's moved on and she's happy. He just wants her to stop talking shit and letting people know the asshole he was for all of these years. She's making him look bad by telling the truth.
Yeah, well, I don't think he seems to understand. He makes himself look bad all by himself. Like, he just opens his mouth and vomits, I look bad.
But if nobody tells what he's vomiting, he can hide that. It's like, don't be somebody that you have to hide that side of you. Be the person that you want the world to see. Don't be somebody else and expect everyone to keep your secrets when you treat them like crap. And then Kody starts saying stuff that makes absolutely no sense. Not starts, I mean, he's been doing this the whole time. But he says that his biggest regret in divorce is that when Christine left him, he was angry and it made him feel like a victim and he was extremely aggressive, but she needed to cut him. It's like, he was angry, and then he says all of this stuff to make it look like Christine is this aggressive person trying to cut him to make him look like a victim. And this is where I love Michael. Michael just starts jumping in and calling it out. He's like, you mean she, I don't know, how can we make cut him sound better? She ripped the Band-Aid off? That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
He's like Robin 2.0.
He's decoding Kody. And then Kody says, I wish I could just ignore her. I wish I didn't have to talk to her, but I still have to deal with her kids. Michael chimes in. He's like, your kids?
Oh, that is not the first time I've heard him say that, refer to the children as Janelle's kids or Christine's kids. And I'm just like, they're your kids, dude.
Unless they're Robin's kids, they're the other wives' kids. I love that his brother jumped in and said that. And then Kody just continues to live in this victimization. Robin, she doesn't think of me as, the person that she wants to be with as much. I'm less of a man because I don't have multiple wives. Yeah, Robin wanted multiple wives, she tells us, for her religion. Essentially, she just wanted it so she could get her spot in heaven. She could go to that higher tier of heaven. That's it. She wants other wives for a selfish reason because she thinks it will get her a better eternity. It's not that she wants to share her husband. It's that she just believes that she will get like her own world if Kody has his 3 wives.
Mm.
Yeah, she's not wanting sister wives. She's just wanting a sweet heaven.
I think it's always been clear that she did not want sister wives. I don't think she may
I
say
got
it. Oh, I was going to, okay.
You can go ahead.
All right.
Fine, too. Kody even says that he and Robin are unhappy with the failure of this experience when it comes to polygamy. Again, it's about them failing. It's not about losing the wives. It's about them failing at polygamy. And then he starts playing victim where, polygamy is a lonely world. And he says he drives by Christine's house every day in Coyote Pass. All right, that's not being reminiscent. That's because they're literally on your way to your house. That's the reason you drive by it. Don't let it fool you that it's him being reminiscent. He just doesn't like to have to drive home from the grocery store past Christine's house and be reminded that he's a failure. Okay. Just kind of to finish up with Kody, he said that his dad was getting into plural marriage when Kody is the age he is now, where Kody is getting out of it. And even though his dad had all of his faults, like his dad was angry and mean, and he was like this macho cowboy, he still went to his grave with 3 women madly in love with him. These women, I don't think Kody understand. I mean, they might have just been emotionally abused and attached to him. I don't know that they were madly in love with him.
I don't know. I mean,
Kody
even
love.
with what he attributed it to, he was the cowboy, and that was
hubba on a cowboy. But he was angry and mean. Maybe they were scared of him.
I don't think that Kody has grasped the import. Yeah, he's missing a lot.
He says that he got to a point where the women just weren't into him anymore. So, like, you thought if you were aggressive and mean, they would love you to your grave, too?
I don't know that Kody was aggressive and mean, but he was definitely neglectful of the other 3. And, that's enough to run anybody off after a while.
The end, he was aggressive, though. Like, the whole night.
Well, yeah.
And...
Sure. But you know what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know. Cody was enough to run me off from season 1. I don't know how he got 1 wife, let alone 4. Michael at least has his finger on the pulse here. This is where he said he's watched enough failures. It's not just you, Kody. It's everybody. Mm-hmm. He don't want none of that nonsense. And Michael, preach. So we get a nice little cozy Christmas time with Janelle at the farmhouse. It reminds me of that. It was like the Muppets and Sesame Street Christmas, and they all went to the farmhouse to Fozzie's. Was it Fozzie's parents' house? And there was and the Fraggles were in it.
Yeah. I was thinking completely opposite. I was thinking National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when they drive out to cut down the Christmas tree.
Well, that is a classic one. And with Paedon there, I definitely can see the National Lampoon vibes. That makes sense. So everyone's coming for Christmas. Paedon's there. McKelty's there. They're coming a little bit early. McKelty is definitely showing a lot more here.
Maddie's showing. You said McKelty. Maddie's showing. It's okay.
There's so many of them.
Well, you told me to correct you when you do that, so.
I know. And you know what? My brain is definitely fried today because
it's been a long day.
Recording issues. Y'all, we are getting the best thing out.
It's a double whammy. It's not just.
I'm trying to get to the point where I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's not.
What you're getting.
Yeah, but it's not just the recording with that we're having issues with. We're also having issues. Well, and issues with work too. I mean, we've had. Well,
let's not talk about work. Look,
I wasn't going to talk about it.
We are done with work.
I just said we was having issues with work as well. It's not just the recording side, it's the work side. Yeah.
Anyway, so they are. I was wondering why they were so bundled up, but then I remembered how cold it used to be in Charlotte, and now that we're on the coast, it just doesn't get that cold. I mean, it's the end of October, and I'm still in short sleeves. And they're trying to get the zoning and everything together for the farms, but there's a lot of red tape. So they wanted to have the farms starting up now, and they don't at this point. And then they go and they cut down the tree. I'm like, what the heck kind of Christmas tree is that? Before we even get to the end, I'm like, that's from the Peanuts. That's just a regular pine tree. I guess I live in Utah. Maybe there aren't as many trees.
I don't know, but I was like, what the hell kind of room is that tree going to fit in when I saw them cutting it down? Because it was like really, really tall. I'm like, it's not Rockefeller Center, They
just cut up like a straight up pine tree. It's not a Christmas tree. Like,
it's not.
There are specific trees that are Christmas trees. My brother, his ex-wife, her family had like a Christmas tree farm. And like when you drive around, you see specific trees planted for Christmas trees. This is just a pine tree.
Yeah.
A big pine tree. A whole pine tree. And instead of like trying to make it smaller and put it in the house, they just put the thing outside.
We just wanted to have a piece of the farm here at the house since we can't be at the farm this year. That's what
And
they said.
It's cute. They put lights on it. It is like
It
a
is.
little Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
It's like a tall Charlie Brown.
It's like a tall Charlie Brown, and the grandbabies are so cute.
They're
Those
all
kids are
adorable.
adorable. They really are. And you hear McKelty and Maddie talking about how they're reading the Darger's book, and they thought it was cute because he loves all of his wives. And then Janelle talks about Joe Darger and how amazing he is. I don't think he's even in polygamy anymore.
I don't know.
No. I'm thinking about Brady.
You're
who
thinking
also-
of My Five Wives.
Yes.
The guy from
Yeah.
My Five Wives. Yeah.
Darger was different, but they are both way better at dealing with this than Kody because they aren't giving up. They aren't blaming everything on the women. They are taking accountability.
Well,
Um,
yeah, Janelle
they're
said
trying-
it. Yeah, Janelle said it perfectly. She said the reason why it works with Darger is because of his character.
and
His
he's an
character.
architect. He is building a family versus Kody, who is just putting out fires, is a
Yeah.
firefighter. Like Joe is trying to lead his family in a design that he
Yeah.
has, whereas Kody is just like, all right, I'm just going to let everything catch on fire and put it
But-
out.
Yeah,
That's
put the
interesting.
fires out here and there. It was a very good analogy.
And then we end with Kody last time in the house with Robin and the kids. Brianna doesn't know how she feels. Kody, I don't know why he's asking everybody because he really doesn't care. And he is just happy that they're getting out of there and he can finally have a holiday that isn't poisoned by the memories of his family in the past.
What a dick.
What a dick. I'm just so glad he hasn't invited out to North Carolina. It's not that great, Kody. Just
Mm-mm.
stay in Arizona. Don't come to Carolina.
It's not a Kody kind of state.
It's not a Kody kind of state. All right. Well, that is it for Sister Wives. Before our internet gives out on us or my recording pauses again, thank you for listening, Channel Surfers. We will be back tomorrow, hopefully more put together. Hopefully our recording studio will get their stuff together before tomorrow. But we'll be back with 90 Day the other way. And then, we got the weddings on Wednesday.
Yay!
So excited. That's going to be Love is Blind Weddings.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for bearing with us in our technical issues, and we will see you soon. Love you. Bye.
Let's ride.
Tune in, don't delay.